The story of Brave Queen. In a faraway land called Persia, there lived a kind and beautiful girl named Esther. She was Jewish and lived with her uncle Mordecai, who loved her very much. They lived quietly, following their faith and traditions. One day, the king of Persia, King Xerxes, wanted to find a new queen. He held a big contest and invited all the young women in the land to come to his palace. Esther was one of them. She was very beautiful and kind, and the king liked her the best. Esther became the new queen, but she kept her Jewish heritage a secret, just as Mordecai had told her.
Haman, the king's chief advisor, was a very proud and mean man. He wanted everyone to bow down to him, but Mordecai refused to bow to anyone but God. This made Haman very angry. He tricked King Xerxes into signing a law that would destroy all the Jewish people in the kingdom. When Mordecai heard about this terrible law, he was very sad. He sent a message to Esther, asking her to go to the king and beg for their lives. Esther was scared because going to the king without being invited could mean death, but Mordecai reminded her that she might be queen just to help save her people. Esther prayed and thought about what to do. Then she decided to be brave and go to the king. She put on her royal robes and went to see him. Everyone was nervous, but the king held out his golden scepter to her, which meant she could speak. Esther invited the king and Haman to a special dinner, called a banquet. At the banquet, the king asked Esther what she wanted. She invited them to another banquet the next day, saying she would tell her request then. That night, the king couldn't sleep and read a book about all that had happened in his kingdom. He remembered that Mordecai had once saved his life and decided to honor him. The next day, Haman had to lead Mordecai through the streets, praising him. Haman was very upset. At the second banquet, the king again asked Esther what she wanted. This time, Esther told the king about Haman's wicked plan and that she was Jewish. The king was very angry and ordered Haman to be killed. Haman was taken away, and he was hanged to the pole he had set up for Mordecai, and the king made a new law that saved the Jewish people. The Jewish people were happy and safe. Mordecai became a very important person in the kingdom, helping the king and protecting his people. To celebrate their safety, the Jewish people created a special holiday called Purim. Every year, they have big feasts, give gifts to each other. The story of Esther shows us that being brave and trusting God can help us do great things, even when we are scared.